Why is it not showing up? Oh, there we go. Just gonna check the volume real quick. Just make sure it's fine. Okay, let's see compared to the game. It's not really making any sound right now. Why is it not? Why is it so fucking quiet? Let's see. Maybe like this. Let me check the tavern. It's kind of hard to tell if my voice is way louder than the game or if it's just because of it's the overworld. Ooh. Okay, I feel like I could probably turn up the volume a little bit. Let's see how that is. Okay, maybe this is fine. I'll have to check it later, I guess. Okay. I just hope my computer is not too loud. I have a very interesting problem with this game, which is that for some reason it like overworks my my GPU to the extreme. So it would crash if I didn't do something specifically to prevent it. Okay, let's see, this might be a little bit too loud now. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Maybe something like that. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. It's kind of hard to audio balance. And I can never really tell unless I'm like actually listening to it while I'm speaking, which is not something I enjoy doing. Anyway, so I have this like really weird bug with this game where it will instantly crash my PC by killing my GPU, because for some reason it just like fires my GPU to the extreme and just like absolutely kills it. And it's really annoying. I've had it with one other game, which is Guild Wars 2, and it's actually the reason why I haven't been streaming it for a while, because I got that problem right as I was streaming the game last time. And it's just such a huge pain in the ass. And the way to fix it is to underclock your GPU, which is fucking retarded. But, you know, that's what happens when you're, I guess, playing on an incompatible GPU or something. It's just really annoying. I mean, my GPU is also pretty old, but I still, like, I just hate that I even have to underclock my fucking GPU to make it work. That's so stupid. Alright, anyway, so this is Bannerlord. It's been out for a little while now, I think. Like maybe like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I've played it, I played it 71 hours so far, and you can kind of see this is like, I'm part of the blue kingdom, and this is, you know, how much we have right now. The crescent moon with the little thing in it, that's my symbol. So you can see I actually have 4 major cities here, a major city here, and a major city here. And besides that, I've got 2 castles here, one here, and let's see, yeah, one here as well. And actually this one too. So I have quite a lot of lands, or fiefs as they're called in this game. You can actually see them, I think, if we go under here. Yeah, so quite a lot. Odrissa. Which one's that? Apparently I have actually more than this. Wait, maybe those are they like small cities? Fuck it. It might be, hold on. Oh yeah, it's a town, okay. Not really sure where it's located. Oh, maybe it's over here. Yeah, okay, it's this one. But anyway, so like, you know, I've been playing this game for a while. I was a huge fan of the previous Mountain Blade games. Actually, the first video on this channel, or well, one of the first videos on this channel, was from Mountain Blade. But I have to say, like, I'm actually pretty disappointed with Bannerlord so far. Like, it took them, I think, 8 years to come out with it, and they released it in early access. It's not even finished. Like, there's so many features that just don't work, and there's a lot of like exploits and bugs and so on. It's just it's very disappointing, especially, you know, since I've been an avid fan of the series for a while. And the sad thing is that, like, you know, it's a really popular game, and people are willing to ignore all those problems because, you know, it's a game that a lot of people grew up with. And yeah, a lot of people are like just happy that there's a new game for them. And eventually, I guess that modders will fix the mess of a game that it is. Like, there's a lot of features that just don't really work, which is kind of sad. Let's see here. Oh, that's right, I did get some mercenary crossbowmen. These guys are pretty good. I got one for only 300, I think. Training them by themselves would have taken quite a while. Put them down here. I like to order them by level, so you can actually see I've got one level 31. Only a few units actually level this far. You can see this one, it goes all the way from Highborn Youth to Fian Champion. And only certain units actually level that far. Like the Boar Champion goes to 26. Imperial Guard goes 26. All of these actually 26. But currently my strategy is just having a lot of crossbowmen. The crossbow in this game just does a ridiculous amount of damage. And even though the bow is faster, the crossbow just, you know, it just kills most things that it hits. So they're really, really powerful. And you can pretty much beat anything with crossbowmen. And this is just kind of my, you know, like my preferred playstyle, to just have a line of archer units and just like slaughter anything that gets close. Let's see, we don't really want to pick up any peasants. I'm just going to try and see if I can fill up the remaining bit of my party here, because I can have a total of 206. Oh, that's nice. 200 for a crossbowman there. I'm just kind of like riding around getting some crossbowmen, I guess, or archers if we can get any. I know like cavalry is pretty strong as well. Like you can see, this is actually one of the ones that can level all the way to 31. It's really expensive to level them, and sometimes they just instantly get killed in certain fights. So I don't know. It's not really a worthy investment in my opinion. Let me just show you what these crossbowmen actually can do. Oh, I need to show something as well after this. Something that's interesting, by the way, is because I outnumber them, and because the likelihood of them losing is so high, I can actually recruit all 33 of these looters, which is, you know, a pretty good strategy, you know, if you want to fill up a garrison really fast. But we're just gonna kill him. I think compared to previous games and compared to some of the mods for Warband, for example, this game is actually really terrible in terms of
cease shooting!
What's it called?
Onward!
In terms of like the tactics you can use. Like after messing around with it a little bit, I've come up with like some pretty decent tactics, but like at the same time I wish there was more you could do. Let's see, we're gonna try and see, they're coming from over there.
Arrows! Onwards! Face that way! Bow! Bowmen! Forward! Wheel!
I'm telling them which way to look, and that will what's it called? That'll make them stop moving, basically, so they won't like rotate. Because there's kind of like a weird thing where enemies, or not enemies, your units will like rotate according to the enemy. So that means the whole line of people will rotate, and that means if one like horseman runs into your units, you know, he can basically turn them all away from the enemy, which is really, really terrible if you're using archers. You can see here I actually didn't stack them very well because they're in stacks of 3, like that. I should have spread them out more. Like one thing you can do is like you place them and then you can drag them to spread them out, or you can like tell them to spread out to a certain degree, stuff like that. But yeah, you don't really want to have 3 lines of archers because it seems like the ones in the back, they just like never actually fire any projectiles. And we can level up a few units here. Might as well take these guys prisoners. Something that's kind of dumb is that you can't really upgrade looters without a certain stat. So you see right now if I right click this guy, if I want to upgrade him to infantryman from looter, I need a stat that's called, well, not a stat, like a like an ability or something that's called disciplinarian. I'm actually really close to getting it, but it says you're able to revert bandits into regular troops. I don't really think it's worthwhile, and it's kind of shitty that you have to level up this much. You know, like, these are my stats after playing for 71 hours on the same save. You can see I've done a lot of trading. Actually not done that much leadership, and I should actually put another point into it. Let's see. I didn't actually know I had more points. Like, it's also really terrible at telling you have new attribute and focus points. I think I probably want to invest in... let's see, that's a good question here. Let's see, this does steward and engineering. No, let's do social. Leadership, like, I want to level this up because it just gives some interesting stats. I guess I'll probably get disciplinarian though when I hit this. This one's really useful as well. Although cohesion decay might be better. I mean, some of these are useful, but there's also some like this is actually really annoying. So like mounted archer can use any bow on horseback. This one doesn't work, and I actually have two of them. There's another one here, bow expert. Use any bow on a horse. It doesn't work. Let's see, inventory. I've got this like noble thing. You know, it says by default you can't use on a mount. And even with those two traits, or whatever you want to call them, I still can't use the bow on the mount. And it makes me kind of sad because there's actually one here that says crossbow expert, reload any crossbow on a horseback, which would have been nice. I didn't realize that I actually got two of the same fucking skill. And you can't seem to change these, which is really stupid. It takes a tremendous amount of time to level any of these up. Yeah, I've been using a bow from the beginning. 71 hours, this is where I'm at. You know, if I could even track how many kills I've gotten with a bow, it's probably like several thousand. But yeah, for some reason, this is only where it's at. Like, it caps out at 275. And you can't change them, so like, this one is clearly bugged, and for some reason they're not fixing it. And I can't change it to the other one. You know, it's kind of lame. Like, I hate that. The other thing I wanted to show is if we take the encyclopedia here, we just type my own name in. Like, I like the encyclopedia, but I'm going to show you something that I've been doing, which is really stupid. So these are my enemies. All the gray ones are dead people, and for the most part, I have executed all of them myself. There's quite a few dead people here. And this is the only thing I got from it. Deceitful. -2 honor. From what I can tell, it doesn't do anything. It's supposed to make you worse at certain like conversational checks, or whatever you want to call them. But it just doesn't really seem to do anything. And there's like certain percentages when you're like doing conversation checks, but it's just like they seem to be scale different, like charm, which is hold on, let's see here, like this one. While introducing yourself to the lords for the first time, you gain relationship thing. It's just like, yeah, like 20% chance to avoid critical failure and persuasion. It just seems like my -2 honor doesn't do anything, and I can't look it up and see what the effects are. But I've been executing every single lord I meet, because the alternative is that they just come back within a day with 30 to 100 men. And there's literally nothing you can do about it, which is really stupid. And like, for example, something that also doesn't make sense is that I've killed the leaders of the Aserai kingdom. They normally spawn down here. You can see all but one city belongs to my faction. They don't have a single foothold here, but if we go into the encyclopedia and kingdoms, there's still members in the Aserai kingdom. Because every time I execute them, like this one's destroyed, like I've gone after every single clan to destroy them, but they just keep filling up with new clans. They just pull clans from other kingdoms. It doesn't make any sense. Like, just look how many I've destroyed here. Yeah, I've personally like killed most of these people. Like, this guy used to be part of my kingdom. It's just so stupid. Like, one thing they did as well is that while I was fighting down here, and they had like these things left, one of my like, I guess close allies who gotten this and this with my support, he just suddenly switched and brought all these over into the Aserai kingdom, and I had to do a persuasion thing to bring him back. But it's like, I don't understand why, like, why a lord would be designed to join a losing faction where they gain nothing, but they bring their own thieves into the fold of the losing faction. Like, there's just, it doesn't make any sense. It's really confusing, and it feels like it's just like a feature put in place, or a kingdom, or like a, what's it called, like a faction, like, never dies. These things are also really weird. So this is a kingdom decision. It's something where someone is voting for something. In this case, it's a formalized ranking of aristocrats, could increase the authority of those at the top. For kingdom decision, tier 4 plus clan choices have double effect. Influence cost of the ruler override the popular decision outcome is doubled. That sucks. Oh wait, no. Okay, no, this is good. Okay. Yeah, I support this. And then you can support it with influence. Now, my clan is a tier 4 clan, so I would benefit from this. And it basically means that the clans that are already on top just get more power, I guess. I'm guessing this guy, maybe he's part of a low clan. We can check afterwards. Build us, or but yeah, let's support this. But yeah, so these things, you see this mark here, it means the ruler has agreed with that decision. It's just, I don't know, it's really weird, because the ruler can just override your decision. To just say, oh, I know that 90% of you think it should be this thing, but I disagree, and then just override your opinion. And it just feels really stupid. Let's see, okay, so yeah, this guy's part of a tier 3 clan, so he voted against it. Honestly, they don't even know how you increase your tiers. So you think most of the clans are tier 4 or 5. This one's tier 6 because this is the ruling clan. Yeah, so this guy's the only tier 3, everyone else is tier 4 or 5. That's kind of stupid. But yeah, so I don't know, there's a lot of things in this game that just are really poorly done, I think. Like, the ruler gets no negative effects, from what I can tell, for just like overriding everyone else's votes. And it's not like you can band together against the ruler to depose her. So I don't know, it just feels like a very weird system. Like they have diplomacy in quotation marks there, because it doesn't do anything. Like diplomacy is pointless. Like they have a whole like thing for it, I think, as well. No, I'm just thinking of a charm, I guess. But yeah, like this is basically where you get your diplomacy. Socialize with nobles, etc., etc. It says the ability to make a person like and trust you. You can make good guess at people's motivations and the kind of arguments to which they'll respond. If I get the opportunity, I'll try and show what that actually means, but it's really pointless, I feel like. I'm also kind of just waiting for a war here. I've got a quest where I have to beat these guys, and then there's something about a conspiracy that I can't really seem to figure out what the fuck this does. The story in this game is kind of weird, and it takes forever to get into it, and it doesn't really feel like it's worth it so far. Like I can't really tell what the point of the story is. Like I think this really just feels like a stripped down version of Warband, but just with nicer graphics. Oh, I don't want to do that. So I'm just kind of, I guess, right now I'm just kind of playing to see what happens when you, I guess, finish the main story or you take over the entire world. It's just like there's nothing to do while I'm waiting for our kingdom to decide to go at war. So I'm just kind of like roaming around aimlessly here. I guess we could see if we can find a like a tournament or something. Oh yeah, and another thing, like I have a wife in this game, and these are all my children. Like it's ridiculous. It's a lot of fucking children here. Let's see, we can actually look at it like this. So far I can't really tell if having children does anything aside from giving you like an extra life if you're playing on hardcore mode with permadeath. But since I'm not playing with that, they don't really do anything right now. Like, so the oldest one is 6, and let's just count how many babies there are. 11 children in 6 years. It's kind of crazy. Also, my girlfriend hates this woman. That's why the first child is called. She hates this baby. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of features in this game, but they're all like really shallow. And I think like that sums up the game in a really perfect way. It's like there's a lot of features and a lot of ideas, but they're all very, very shallowly implemented. So it just, I don't know, it feels kind of pointless. Like you try to do anything specifically, like you want to do diplomacy or something like that, and it feels really pointless because it's not fully implemented, and it just makes me wonder like what on earth they were doing for all the years they spent developing the game. Oh my god. Shit. No, why didn't he grab the fucking shield? This guy has a lot of armor. Oh, I'm fighting 2 of my companions. That's why. I've given them way too strong armor. These weapons do no damage. Okay, we got one of them. Come on, grab the fucking shield. Alright. I will be fine. Alright. Skip, skip, skip. But yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for this game to get mods, I think. Because right now it's just kind of a frustrating experience. Like, there's a lot of features that just doesn't work, like I said. Like, and it's like really integral features, like sieges and stuff like that. Like, you can tell they put a lot of work into some of the sieges, and then it's just like the whole thing doesn't really work. Like, I can show you a good example of that if we end up sieging a castle. And your power in this game also just kind of snowballs. Like, most of the power that I have right now is accumulated within the last 20 hours of playtime. Because once you start getting a lot of influence, you can build armies and just start sieges. And once you start sieging stuff, you get more influence, and then with that influence you can build armies again, and it's just like a never-ending loop. And somehow you end up with more like influence on top of it. This guy is actually the strongest NPC in the game, I think. He's got the highest stats. He's also one of my companions. But yeah, he's got the highest swordsman stat, I think. That's also why he's called the swordsman. One thing I do like though is that you can use your companions' what's it called, skills, and give them roles. I just wish it was broader. Like right now there's I think 4 roles, 4 or 5. Like you got surgeon, quartermaster, engineer, and scout. I think that's it. And they're basically based on those skills. So like my character is a surgeon because he's got like a decent amount of medicine, which means whenever we're trying to recover health, it's my stat it's based off of. And then, for example, my wife in this game is the quartermaster because as a noble she has a lot of points in steward, I think it is, which means that she'll increase my like my party size a lot. Okay, I'm kind of screwed here. This guy's got, you know, amazing armor that I've given him, and he does a lot of damage. Oh man, dang! I wonder how much health he had left. That sucks. Maybe before going into tournaments I should just remove all their armor, because that guy has some of the strongest armor in the game that I've given him. Let's see. This guy here. Yeah, 40 body armor, 48 head armor. This also adds to body armor, so actually it's got 60 body armor. Yeah, see, I've got basically the same. Yeah. Let's see, what was I wanted to do? Oh yeah, right. Thing we can do from here. Yeah. So you can see this guy, he's got 270 in one-handed, two-handed, and pole arm, which I think is the highest of any companion you can get. And the companions in this game are called Wanderers. So you can actually look them up if you go into Heroes, scroll down here, pick a Wanderer. There's quite a few, and I think they increase as you play the game. So like for example, this guy's called Surgeon. So, you know, he's got a decent amount of medicine. Let's see. I forget how much I have. 53. Okay, so for example, this guy would be good to have on board as a surgeon. Like you can assign roles by going into clan settings. You can see I'm set as surgeon here. Then I've got, let's see, this guy, he's got fairly high scouting, 60. I think that's the highest of anyone in my party. Yeah. So he's got 16 scouting, which is why he's the scout, so his scouting trait is used over mine, which is like 9. Let's see. Oh yeah, and this guy's the engineer, because he's got 91 in engineering. So, you know, his engineering stat is used whenever I'm sieging something. And she is the quartermaster, because she's got the most in steward. For some reason, steward is what increases. It's either steward or charm. I don't actually know, to be honest. But apparently, that's what increases your party size. Because if I take her off of quartermaster, suddenly my party size is no longer 206. All right. Anyway, what was I doing? You know, I kind of wish you could, you know, encourage your clan to go into war. Like, I can't actually do anything here. I can't even propose it. Like, I don't know why we're not just at war with these guys and execute their kingdom, because, like, they barely have any units left. I don't even think they have any lands left. Western Empire is the same thing. I think they have, like, one fief. Britannia, like, basically got deleted in the beginning of the game. You know, same with the Aserai, they have no power. Literally 0. Sturgia, same thing. Like, I need to go to war with these guys for my quests. Which basically just defeat their armies, force them to make peace, or destroying parties, etc. So I need to do that to progress this quest here. And I think, let's go back here. I think they have a decent amount of strength, but you can see obviously we're the strongest kingdom. Like, we used to actually be pretty weak. But we've gotten a lot of new clans, and obviously I've been capturing a lot of fiefs. Like, a lot of towns and stuff like that, so that makes your kingdom way stronger. You know, basically you start with maybe this section of the map. Yeah, I think this section here. But, you know, you can tell that we've just captured all of this. But I'm just hoping that my ruler will declare a war with these guys. That's basically all I'm just waiting for at this point. But we'll see. I just feel like, you know, I've got quite a lot of influence in my, you know, in my clan, and I just kind of wish that you could be like encouraging the ruler to start a war. Like, something like that would be useful, because it feels like right now there's no use for having influence, to be honest. Like, all you can do with it is like vote on stuff. But sometimes it's just arbitrary and your ruler will say no. The ruler is considered semi-divine, and certain rituals are to be performed in his or her presence. Ugh, hell no. Oh, okay, they all say yes. That's retarded. See, this is just making her more powerful. I don't think that's a good thing. Like, one thing I can do is I can go in here and propose to expel a clan. I just can't I can't do it with the main clan. What I could do is leave the kingdom and start a war with them. But since I don't have any followers and I would have to convince them to join my side, it doesn't really make any sense to do that. But like if you look at the kingdom here, like my clan is the 3rd strongest, and I can't even be like, hey, let's go to war with these guys. So it's kind of weird. Oh, we leveled up charm. Yeah, let's do that. 20 more from battles. Oh, let's check if there is. Might as well do the tournaments while I'm waiting, I guess. If I can find any anyway. Oh, they're starting to create armies, which probably means we're about to go to war. That's usually how it goes. Like, there's no point in creating an army right now because we don't actually have any enemies. So it usually means they're about to go to war. Also, for some reason, whenever an army is created, you just like automatically run towards it. Which is kind of annoying. I wish you could turn it off. You can also see like I'm making quite a lot of money every day. Like it's so much that you can't even like you can't like open this up or anything. So I can't even tell what everything is. Like this is just terrible UI basically. But yeah, you can see, you know, I get a lot of influence from owning stuff as well, and I get a lot of money from owning stuff. So yep, that's what that's about. So basically, I don't even have to do anything. I just get a lot of money every day. Obviously, that comes as a result of, you know, somewhat hard work. You know, you have to lay all the groundwork first to get to this point. It's interesting you get experience just as you're like riding along. I don't really know what I feel about that, but like that's something that's been in the game since the first one. And the race that my character is, Landian, they actually get a bonus to how much XP they get. I think it's like 20% for their units, which is pretty good. Tournaments. There's quite a few wanderers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, the rest of the wanderers are, you know, my companions. Most of the equipment you get from this is like it stops being useful pretty early on. Oh, I got a spear. Is it count from? Okay. This is like probably like the strongest kind of weapon in the game because you can just instantly kill enemies. Oh, I missed. And he hit me. Like that. And like that. It's really powerful. Basically, it's because you have lances in a time where people don't actually have the proper equipment to defend against it, I guess. Like, I feel like lances weren't actually introduced into warfare until after like a time where armor was too strong to otherwise break through. But it's kind of weird, they're like mixing a bunch of different eras into one. Because you've got some units that are like Mongols, and some that are... I just hit my own unit. So you have some that are like Mongols, some that are like Vikings, stuff like that. It's just, it's kind of weird. Come on, just kill one of them. I'm fighting the guy that killed me last time again. He's also super fast because he's got a high athletic stat. I wonder if I should aim for his legs. Probably not. Oh, 14 is pretty good. His head and his body is like way too well rounded. Not just. Stab at his shins.
To hell with you!
I might also just be able to break his shield. Although the what's it called? The CPU is pretty good at blocking with a single sword. I got him. Probably just sell some of this stuff here. I kind of wish the vendoring system was better as well. Like they've kept it the same the entire time, but it's a huge pain in the ass when you're trying to like sell a lot of stuff. It's just very time consuming. Also, for some reason, I can't really figure out how to get a caravan. Like, I don't have the ability to make them. I wonder if it's like a skill or something. Maybe it's a trade. Yeah, this just says like... It mentions caravans here. But I don't know how to make one. So... It's also one of those things where it's like I can't really look it up in the game because they don't tell you. There's some features I wish they would explain. I kind of would go to war with these guys as well so we can take their remaining city from them. Oh, they're actually being raided. Oh, right here. Oh, it's a tournament here. Sweet. See, if I had like better relations with these people, most of which hate me, you know, they hate me because I've I've what's it called, executed so many people that they're probably related to. But if I had better relations with them, I could, you know, purchase these units, but I don't. So, yeah. I hope that someone makes something similar to the Wild West mod that someone made for Warband, because that was honestly like so much fun. Like they somehow managed to mod in pistols. Also, shield bashing is so freaking strong. I don't even know why I'm betting, like I'm not really gaining much in return. Oh, it's the same lady. I literally just killed her. It's weird, like, it's like in the previous round, it's not like, what's it called? Which team wins? Because my team won, but I think only one of us actually advanced, because it's who lives the longest, I guess, or who the last are. Like, let's check here. Yeah, so from this one, oh wait, no, I wasn't on a team. Okay, never mind. But like, sometimes when you're on a team with someone, I feel like it's not really. Like, for example, if this guy had died, like, maybe this guy would have advanced instead. Like, it's kind of weird. I think this guy's a lord, actually. It'd be kind of cool if someone made like a roam mod for this game as well, and then expanded on the tactics. Because right now it's like pretty bare bones. Like the amount of stuff you can tell your units to do is really minimal. You have to get creative by like splitting them into smaller groups and stuff if you want to do anything interesting. Oh, the swordsman actually lost those one. Arian. Oh, this guy's got pretty good armor as well. He's a lord as well. It doesn't do that much damage though, but it's probably also because I've got ridiculous armor. You can kind of cheese these fights by like circling around them. Because they seem to always do straight cuts for the most part. And sometimes you can stun lock him with the shield bash. He's gonna break my shield probably. He's got really good armor, this guy. It's kind of weird that you're allowed to bring your own armor but not your own weapons into the arena. It really makes a huge difference. Because in the beginning, when you start playing this game and you're doing the tournaments, you're gonna get your ass beat a lot just because everyone else has really crazy armor. Like, it seems kind of like a weird decision to leave that in there. Let's see, there's actually... Oh! A Southern Empire. That's the Aserai. Are you... Like, why? Why the fuck are they even... I don't understand. Like, why are we at war? They have nothing. It's so weird. I mean, I guess I could go see if I can find one of their lords, but they're always hiding. They have no, like, thieves or anything, and they don't have the power to actually build armies big enough to capture anything. Wait, who are they at war with? Oh, they're at war with everyone except us. Skolda Brotova. Oh, it's like 4 people. Why aren't we at war with them, though? Sturgia also, it's 1 person. That's so stupid. Alright, fuck it. Let's go see if we can flush out some Aserai. I don't even think the remainders are Aserai, though. Like, let's see. This guy's Empire. That's so stupid. And Falintus is just him. That one's destroyed. I think this one, no, destroyed. Destroyed. Is it just him? Oh wait, no, this guy as well. Carfeed. Oh, he was in one of the tournaments. Where is he? Poros. That's down here. What did I just do? That's weird. Let's see if we can find this guy. I like how I haven't really done anything. Oh, another child. Jeez. I haven't really done anything, and I'm almost close to 1 million. I think when I started, I had just under 600,000. I haven't been playing for that long. Like, you could just, like, wait somewhere, fill up your inventory with food, and just wait somewhere, and just stack up money, I guess. Alright, let's see this guy. 2 days ago. What about the other guy? I think it's only those 2 that are in this. Diathma. That's... oh my god, that's all the way up there. These guys aren't even in their lands. That's so weird. I don't know why they would start a war with us then. Oh, what just happened? That's weird. It just made me stop for some reason. 4 days ago. So he's probably not there anymore. Yes. Yeah, I don't think he's there anymore. It's not really updating it either, so maybe he's hiding. I still don't know what the fuck that is. Be ready, he's preparing to undo your progress. You know, and then I have this, which if I speak to her, nothing happens. You shouldn't see this. I don't know what that means. Any units? Expert thug. Oh, here we have the surgeon guy. I can't actually have him in my party because I'm already at capacity. Dude, move. Yeah, what was the point of that? I can't ask her anything. I don't understand. It's probably just another thing that isn't fully implemented. It just, it's really weird. Also, the faces kind of creep me out. It's like, nothing in this game is fully implemented, it feels like. There's diplomacy, but it doesn't really do anything. There's influence, but you can't really make any decisions that make sense. Like, I think maybe I can propose policies. Active. What's this? Alright. State monopoly, royal commission. A lot of these are just for the ruler. Maybe we should propose this. I think I'm gonna get way more. Let's see, bailiffs is listed. Yeah, I'm gonna get 6 more influence because of that. It's funny. Landowners have the right to collect tolls on commerce. Oh, you can, okay, you can see how much support it has. I don't really... Oh, okay, it probably doesn't have a lot of support because it reduces the revenue you get. Reduces production, citizenship. I think all these are... Oh, this one's in favor. I don't know why. Trade tax paid to the town's owner is increased by 3%. Why not? And then obviously some people disagree and you get bad reputation with them, but then all you have to do is agree with them on a vote and you'll get that reputation back. It's kind of weird. I wanted to see here. You know, it's crazy, like, these are still imperial towns. All the way from there to, like, down here. All these are imperial. Another army. I mean, we're still only at war with basically 2 lords. Don't know what they're creating armies for. I kind of feel bad for, like, streaming this while nothing's fucking happening. It's really annoying. Like, normally when I play this, I'm at war with 2 kingdoms at the same time. Right now, they're like, yeah, let's all have peace together. I mean, I guess I could, like, fight bandits or something. It's just like most of them won't really put up a fight. They'll just flee as soon as you kill one of them. I really hate this castle right here. Like, look how annoying that is. Like, we have everything except this and this. Same with this right here and this right here. I actually captured this once. And then it was awarded to someone who didn't fill it up with troops, and it was immediately taken back by the enemy. That's another thing too, like if you're capturing a siege, or a castle, or a town, I mean, if you're capturing those, you don't always, most of the time you don't get the chance to actually vote for yourself to receive it. Which means it'll just be awarded to someone who had nothing to do with the fight. Which is really annoying. One thing I've realized as well is that trading is really pointless once you just have a steady flow of money from towns. Because the amount of money you get from trading is not really worth it. And, you know, it's a lot of time investment to get a lot of money from trades. Like, you have to basically, like the way you would go about it is, like, you would look for something that has a green icon. Everything here is apparently super expensive. Like, you would look for somewhere with a green, you know, I see this is 200% more expensive here. So, for example, if I could get cheap pottery somewhere and bring it here, or cheap velvet and bring it here, I could make a profit off of that. But it's it's a lot of trial and error, and at this point, you know, when I'm just generating almost 20,000 every single day, there's no point for me to actually do trading. Although trading does have something that's pretty broken. I don't know if they fix it yet or not, but there's the ability to let's see here, trading settlements. And I think when the first person to make a video about it, when he made that video, like settlements had a negative value, so they would give you money to take their lands. It's really stupid. Like there's a lot of weird things like that. Like you could go into the trade menu, for example, buy a bunch of stuff, and then execute one of your ponies. I think if I actually buy something, I can't. Yeah, they removed it. But like basically the ability to execute like one of your mounts while you're buying something made it so if you execute a mount and backed out, you received all the things you clicked on without actually paying anything. And you could do the same with your party as well. Like you could level these guys up and then just go to a different menu and say apply, and it wouldn't take your money. So there's a lot of stuff like that. There was also like a bug in the beginning where if you clicked a certain button, what's it called, when you're making your character, you could turn into a baby. I don't know if you can actually revert the version of the game you're playing, but if you could go back and experience that bug, which would be really weird. Like you're running around as a fucking baby in the game. Pretty odd. Just a lot of like really weird bugs. I think the most infuriating bug is one I would have liked to show, but for some reason no one wants to go to war with my kingdom. But there's a bug where your units won't use the what's it called? They won't use the siege towers. They'll push them up to the wall and then just leave. They're like, okay, our job here's done. And they'll just fuck off. That's so frustrating. You're like spending a lot of time building. This is weird. It's 4 archers against 4 archers. Anyway, but you're spending a lot of time building siege towers, and then they won't even use it when you're sieging. I've since then had it work a few times, but it seems to only be working when you make 2 siege towers. Because if you don't make 2 of them, your units will just go for the ladders that are there instead of the siege towers. So they're like, oh, I guess we, you know, don't need the towers. Let's just take the fucking ladder, which always gets us killed. Not that the tower is way better, but something that's weird too is that you actually, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah, you have these like specific like items when you're sieging, either as a defender or an attacker. But basically, there are these like bombs that the defenders can use, and like they don't use them. And I've tried using them myself, and unless you hit someone like spot on, they don't actually take damage from it, even though it's like a massive explosion. So it's kind of weird. Sometimes you can actually loot items from people from the previous rounds. It's another weird exploit. Just a lot of things about this game that doesn't work. I also had a fun siege where a dude got stuck in a wall, and he was the last guy left, and all 400 of my units that were sieging were all standing up against the wall where the guy was trapped behind. But I actually managed to kill him with one of the bombs that the defenders get. Oh. Ah, cool. This is a fun one. This is a really annoying bug that you get sometimes. Like, look at this. Like, what the fuck? If I go into my inventory, everything will have a wrong icon. Oh no, they fixed that. Okay. But usually when this bug happens, everything will have, like, an incorrect icon. God, look how fucking awful this is. Can I click on the city? Let's see. Yeah, now it just doesn't have any icon. Yeah, so anyway, I need to restart the game because it's unplayable like this. So fucking stupid. Wait, look at this. It's fucking mental. Like, how is this even possible, you know? What the fuck has gone wrong for this to happen? It's just weird. Oh, let's do... No. Can't even tell if it's open or not. Just bear with me for a second. I need to launch the game again. This is really frustrating, this game sometimes. Oh, an error occurred while updating Mountain Blade. Oh, I think my Steam even crashed now. Oh, wait. Just bear with me for a second. I'm not gonna show my desktop because then it's gonna show some settings for my OBS and stuff that I don't really want to share. Okay, I should be able to relaunch it now. The thing that really bothers me is that, you know, they've potentially been spending 8 years developing this game, and they release it in early access. To me, that just says that the eventuality of this game being finished is very unlikely. Like, I don't know. How do you spend 8 years developing a game and then release it in such a unfinished, buggy state? It's pretty mind-boggling, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying it. It's just frustrating. Guess while I'm waiting, I might as well just check out my audio here, see if it's still working. What the fuck? Trying to see if this works. Okay, it's working. Okay. I don't actually really know what it is that triggers the bug I just had. Like, usually it'll be the tooltips that are just completely broken. So it's kind of weird. Now you can see I've been playing the game for 1,020 days. which is less than 3 years. So I don't really understand how the time works in the game, because if I've been playing it in game about 3 years, how do I have a child that's 6 years old? How does that work? Just waiting for these guys to start a war. Alright, so all of these units are Batanian now, even though Batania as a kingdom doesn't exist anymore. What's this guy? Caledon. Oh yeah, he's actually Batanian, but I think he's the leader. So stupid. He's the last guy in this faction. Also, he hates my guts. Do you want my bear skin? I wonder what he's willing to pay for it. Oh. $425. Yeah. And the weird thing is, if I do this again, he's like, I believe it hasn't been long since we last bartered. Like, what the fuck? Like, why is that a thing? And then I can talk to him about politics. Are you mad I'm not your enemy? And then I can't do anything else. It's weird. Like, if I could kill this guy, I would eradicate Batania, the kingdom, which doesn't exist anymore. But you can't do that for some reason. Like, you can't go rogue on your own empire. Which is, weird, I think. This guy's still hanging around Diathma over here. Now it does this again. Try to stop the conspiracy. How? How the fuck am I supposed to stop it? Yeah, I can talk to the guy that's starting the conspiracy, but I don't think it'll do anything. Another army. It's really weird. Alright, see, the guy that's starting the conspiracy is this guy. Can't do anything. What is the point of that? Can't even just like stab him here. Jesus. Why does everyone here look like a meth addict? Da, 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 da. Hopefully we can actually find this guy. Kill him. I wonder if he even has an army. It's probably like 6 men. Like, they have no income. They have no lands that they can get troops from. So I don't really see how they would actually build an army. Is this guy following me? Like, look at this. Like, this unit here of soldiers, like, they have 13 wounded and 6 prisoners. There's the 2 of these. How does that make sense? They're all wounded. But they're still somehow able to hold prisoners? That's also weird, like, this guy, he's now in a, like, what is Northern Kingdom? Like, he's the leader of the Northern Kingdom. But they have no lands, like, you know, purple, no lands. Also, he hates my guts. But, like, that's a ruler of a kingdom that doesn't exist anymore. He's got, what, 69 men. I could easily defeat him in combat. Oh. Finally. Holy shit. This is what I've been waiting for. Finally they declared war on Landia. See, now everyone's making armies. We might as well make one as 2. See, where's that little thing here? I'm gonna get rid of this one, just so we can connect all these lands, finally. And then I'm probably gonna go get this city as well. Da, 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 da. But yeah, so basically you spend influence to build an army like this, and then it has a certain amount of cohesion, and it's based on army size and other things. But like, for example, if I level up, let's see, if I level up leadership, is it leadership? Yeah, here. Like, there's less decay on the cohesion, which is pretty good. Someone has a skill to upgrade. Here. Athletic. One thing I also don't understand is, like, you can build siege equipment here, but it gets shot down because they managed to build 4 ballistas or like catapults and stuff like that. They've managed to build 4 of those before you build 1. Like, even if you start with these, and they'll just like annihilate your siege. But it's like, even if you build a freaking trebuchet, like normally in battle a trebuchet would be really far away, so they can't hit it. And the point of using a trebuchet is that it's got ridiculous range. That's what made it really good in warfare. But for some reason they place it just within reach of the walls, so the enemy can shoot it down with their own siege. Just really mind-boggling design. Alright, let's take the city over. Or town or castle, whatever. Sieges always take forever to freaking load. It's kind of interesting. There are these two columns here. Right here. Like, these are very Greek or Roman design. Everything else, like this, looks more like Middle European. It's kind of weird. Don't really know why. Also, I'm not really sure what the point of this camera is. Something I've been doing, which I don't think it does anything, I've just been like clicking on these just to make sure they're highlighted. Because you can actually remove them and then select them again. I don't know. Not really sure what that does. Oh, it completely removes it. But you can only do it if you've actually built them. And I'm not sure why you would want to despawn them. I mean, I guess if I felt like I would only go for the front door, I would only keep this. But just knowing this keep here, you want to put pressure over here. Sieging over here is actually kind of pointless because they always kill my men. But over here, they don't seem to put as many men. But I found that putting 2 siege towers and a, forget what these are called, battering ram, putting these 3 in a battle means that they split up their forces, like main forces here. Then obviously they have all along the walls. And then at the 2 points where the tower lands. If you only have 1 tower, they, you know, they usually like congregate around that. Otherwise, you have ladders that appear if you don't. Like, let's see. Yeah, okay. So here you see these ladders just spawned in because I despawned it. The ladders are worthless. Like, they can kick them down and they can easily kill your men as they come up. But these are also kind of worthless because your men won't actually use them most of the time. But we'll see. Super laggy when you get in. It's because it's trying to render like 400 people at the same time. And I'm just gonna find a good spot over here and just start taking out the people on the wall. Alright, this guy's the champion dude, the highest level unit I have. I want to get some better cover. This isn't really very good cover. A little higher. Ah, he moved. Kind of want to go for headshots. Because there's a lot of enemies and you want to conserve your arrows. And then when your reticule is about to get big because you're like losing your focus or whatever, you can just right click, lower it and pull it up at the exact same spot. It's kind of an exploit as well, I guess. Oh, here's the battering ram. I didn't even notice I was standing in front of it. I think... Is there one in here? Oh, he's gone. But you can actually see, like, they have the ballistas up on the walls. And they'll use them to siege your siege equipment. Like counter siege, I guess. But you can see this is actually coming in now. We'll see if they actually use it. All the enemies are gonna immediately flood this area. Alright, they're using 2 ladders. There's 3 of them. But look, okay, 3 men went up. Like, what the fuck? The whole point of having 3 ladders is so they can fill all the ladders and then rush in. But these 3 are gonna go up, lower this, and then just get murdered. Like, are they climbing? Like, what? Oh, this guy's retreating. One more guy's going up. Like, look how stupid this is. Like, I just killed my own recruit, I think. Now they're trying to crawl down. Dude, it's the weirdest fucking design ever. Why would I spend so much time building a freaking siege tower when they're not even gonna use it properly? It's really stupid. I feel like the battering ram works more efficiently than like any other siege engines, because they always usually get it to the door. I've only had like twice where it was destroyed by the counter siege. When that happens, you're kind of screwed. Also, I need to watch out. There's like arrow or archers in every fucking window. Got people up here. For some reason, they're not like shooting at them. Are there archers in this group? Oh, maybe not. Wait, no, this guy has fucking range. Whatever. So now they broke in, and then some of the troops will run to the door and start hitting it, but a lot of them will just stand there. And this will take ages if I'm not participating. Also, the game regularly does this to me, where it like slows to a crawl. Like, it's partly because my system is old, but partly because, but also partly because the optimization of this game is not great. I need to do the kind of swings and cuts that actually don't hit my own units, because otherwise they won't connect with the door. Like, it's super annoying. Like, I really wish you could turn off the symbols on top of the units. Like, because it's easy to tell which are my units and which are theirs based on the color. But because of the huge like circles above their head, you usually can't see anything. Especially in like tight rooms like that. And the enemy always stands like this, so you can just walk around them and start stabbing them in the back. It feels worse than normal because I'm probably taking up a lot of processing power by also streaming at the same time. Yeah, then they will spawn in behind this group and then try and reinforce them. But at this point, we're already overwhelming them, so they're gonna probably lose hold of this area. Usually, this is where they are, like they kind of like maintain a foothold until the end. But maybe it's just this castle or something. I don't know. But you can see a lot of them are rushing towards us, but a lot of them are also like fleeing. For some reason, they'll just run into that building and disappear. I'm not really sure what they do there. Let's see how many are left. 40? You know, we have like 10 times the amount of men that they have. But sometimes, like, if you're fighting an enemy that, you know, like in a siege, if you're fighting a fortress or something that has equal amount of what's it called, like an equal amount of troops to you, many times you'll actually lose if you don't manage to push them properly. Just waiting on 4, 3, 2, 1. You see, actually no one in my party got knocked unconscious or died, which you can see right here. This means they died, and this means they were knocked unconscious. And this is fled. They call it routed in this. God. Maybe there's a few too many troops because it's really laggy. Yeah, for some reason I only get 5.6 morale for leading the force that takes this castle. So I don't really understand like how that works. Like I think a lot of the renown and stuff you get, or influence or whatever, it's based on what's it called? Oh, sorry. It's based on like the odds of you winning, basically. It's militia. We don't. These are kind of worthless because they'll stay at level 11 and never level up, so I don't really like them. This guy's pretty high level. There's a problem where units that you take prisoner, if they're level 26, you can't seem to convert them. Like they never reach a point where you can recruit them to your party, which is a little bit weird. Alright, anyway, now you get to see how the voting for a fief works. If it'll load properly. You can see I'm not even on the list, even though I led the party. We've got Farron, Guy 4, and Altinus. I tend to look at what they already have. This guy has 2 castles. This guy's got 3 castles. This guy has 2 major cities. So I'm just gonna vote on this guy. And then you can see the ruler was like, actually no, it goes to this guy, even though he doesn't have the majority support. So it doesn't really seem fair sometimes. But you can see, yeah, okay, so the 3 people that were on that list that got to vote between who gets this, neither of them are in my party. I really don't understand how that system works. They're like, what's it called? They're just like handing it to arbitrary lords. And sometimes it's just based on the position. Because the reason why I own these 4 cities is because for some reason everything in the north I always appeared like for this castle, and this castle, as well as all these towns and this castle as well. I always appeared on the list for some reason. And then all of like this one and this one and this one and all of these down here, I didn't appear on the list to vote for them. So it's like, I don't really understand how the system works. And it just seems really arbitrary. Or it's like predetermined who gets to even appear on the fucking list. The only way you can, decide that you always get the stuff is if you're the ruler of the kingdom. So it's kind of weird. And then as you saw as well, it's like the ruler can just arbitrarily pick someone even if they're not the ones with the highest percentage of votes. They don't do it a lot, but they do it sometimes, and it's really annoying. Oh, they just took this. There's probably going to be a big army down here then. One thing you can do when you're about to run out of cohesion, you can recruit more lords, but since all of them are in armies already, we can't. But maybe we run into a Oh, we just got Siona. Okay. Maybe we'll run into a big party here. He's got a lot of castles. Let's vote for this guy. Now I have a 0 relationship with him. Lost relationship with these two. Let's see, what did we actually take? Siona. Oh, this one. Wow, that's actually... Okay. Oh, here's some more lords to recruit. I want to, like, maintain cohesion so I can, you know, continue sieges without my army breaking up. Oh, we actually have a lord over here. Brighton. He's gonna, yeah, run from us. Let's see. 4.8. Yeah, we won't catch up to him. But I think this was a well garrisoned, so there's probably going to be a pretty big army around here. They might be going this way. Maybe they're all the way over here. Oh, my army's about to break up. As soon as they do, I'll just rebuild the army. They're just happening. Did they just snatch all my fucking units? Oh, I think they did. Someone else built an army immediately. Okay, well, they're building an army over here. Yeah, look how many men I just suddenly lost. Because they were pulled into a different army. What's this? Villagers? Yeah. I guess we'll yeah, we'll take this one over. And then after that I'll go get the city down south. Okay. Just gonna do the same thing as before. Also, one of the reasons why I'm building this many things is so that my dude here can level up his engineering. Oh, he actually has a point here. Let's see the next one. Fortifications are much stronger. Armor 10% more effective. Siege engines have 20% more hit points. Bombardment damage against other siege engines is increased by 20%. Increased damage to walls during sieges. Like this is when sieges become pretty good. At level 200, like, it's so ridiculous. And this takes forever to level. Like, you have to build and operate siege engines, successfully use siege engines offensively and defensively. Less morale loss during sieges. Building development speed. This one is really, really good as well. But this is only when he's a governor. And this also governor. Default town projects are... Engineering is really useful, it just takes forever to level. We need to get some more food as well. I'm burning through it. Oh, they actually took the city. And of course I'm not even on the list. I want to pick someone who can actually defend it. Whatever. Apparently I got 4 skill points in charm. So I don't put me over limit. Yeah. So I'll get rid of let's see, 3 of these. Alright, look at this. I'm sharing food with the other armies because they're starving. I get influence from that, but they also burn through my food supply. For some reason, I'm the only fucking person in this army that has food. Hopefully we'll get to see what happens when I finish the quest that involves the Vlandian. The war with the Vlandians or whatever. Like, I've been working on the quest in this game for so long, and it's such a grind. And there's a lot of things you can't control, like, you know, when your kingdom goes to war and stuff like that. And if I'd made a kingdom of my own, I would have been severely disadvantaged. But I might make like another save at some point where, you know, I try to start my own kingdom. Alright. See, this one should be fairly easy to siege. I think we outnumber them 3-1 as well. Push the horse out of the way. He's throwing stuff at me. They're throwing rocks at me, I think. Or is that stale bread? It's kind of hard to tell. The sound is kind of bugged out a bit. That's weird. Okay, I think I'd like to find some other barricades. They're slowly dismantling this by throwing rocks at me. Let's see if I can get him when he's loading. Almost. I mean, they're immediately gonna replace him on that siege engine. Yeah, like, they already did it. They don't seem to have any archers for some reason. So they're just like throwing rocks. And for some reason they seem to be targeting whoever is closer. So they're not really throwing stuff at me. It's weird how terrible my archers are when I'm sieging. Oh, they're actually using 3 ladders this time. Wow. What an achievement. The garrison here is really weak, I think. Or why they're destroying them like this. Where's that not connected? Every time it does this, I'm afraid it's gonna crash. Nine times out of 10 it doesn't. But sometimes it does crash when that happens. It's only during sieges as well, which is probably because it's trying to load a bunch of stuff it doesn't need to load or something. Oh, interesting. They've actually split up into several groups here. Oh, they're gonna probably kill me. Yeah. Okay, that's really odd that they're split up like that. Oh, the guy with the face mask here, that's a sergeant? It's a pretty high level unit as well. Oh my god. Stop motion mountain blade right now. Just need to get away from those units. No. Oh shit, I'm surrounded. Fucking hell, I'm dead. Well, at least I can show a feature now that I'm dead. Which I'm glad they put in here. Because sometimes you just die immediately at the start of a battle. Oh! Holy shit, what is happening? What the fuck? Whoa, what the fuck? This is a new one. Never seen this before. That is... I don't know what the fuck that is. Is it still there? Oh, it's still there. What the actual fuck is this? This game is great. I'm glad they're asking, what, 40 or 50 fucking euros for it? That's what I never understand. It's like, you pay a full price for a product that is basically still in a beta test. Like, why the fuck are you paying that much for a beta test, you know? Yeah, obviously I can't really complain because I did buy the game knowing that it was early access, but at the same time it's like, I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to charge full price for an unfinished product. Like, you know, that's the whole reason why there's so many early access games that never become released. Let's see, are we in this? No, of course not. That'd be ridiculous. Give it to him. Now he hates me. Sweet. Alright, so they took this one. There's still 2 castles down here, so I guess we can go try and take these. Let's see, the quest. Eliminate 35. Okay. If we make them sign a peace deal with us, I win it though. Oh, they're oh, they lost. Haha. Field. Oh, there's actually a field battle here. I don't know why they went up there though. seems kind of weird. Prefer to play in a connected dots kind of style. We need to get food as well. Alright, let's get some food. Wait, they don't have any food here. Are they starving? Oh, they're starving. Oh no. What the heck? Okay, there's no food in this area. That's not good. Oh, one more leadership point and we can actually pick a trait. Oh, there's an army here. Get it. Oh, we can finally show a big field battle. His face is all fucked up. Like, why is he smiling like that? Ah, now he's not smiling. I'm just gonna save ahead of this. It's funny, if I were to enable permadeath... No, it's not here. This, if I were to enable this, they would probably, what's it called? Instantly kill me if they capture me as a hostage. Because I've got such a low reputation with everyone. And that's really the only downside to executing lords, is that, you know, you're more likely to be killed if you have permadeath enabled. Da, 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 da. Let's see, we have quite a lot of cavalry actually. Quite a lot of infantry too. See, it says that all these are like controlled by these people, but they just follow my orders. Oh no. What is that?
Warrior! Move out!
Oh my god, it's the these guys. Alright, you go behind me. Jesus
Arrows!
Christ, what is that?
Forward! Horse riders, hear me! Sergeant, horse bowmen! We fight on foot!
Oh, no.
On your horses! Follow your arrows! Loose formation, bowmen!
Alright, let's see which one's not taken. Let's do light cavalry maybe? Heavy infantry? Yeah. Okay, so we're putting these here,
Onwards!
and then
Everyone,
number
mounted
6 we're
archers,
putting
get
here.
moving!
And then, where's the enemy coming from? There.
Face that road! Look that infantry that way!
Yeah, I can't even look that way. I've never seen that bug before. What are they shooting at? Are they hitting anything? What is that though? What the fuck is that? I don't think these guys are hitting anything.
Everyone!
Stop.
Stop shooting! Horses! Attack! Woodmen, hear me!
There's a mounts already.
Charge! Warrior! Horse archers! Attack! Warriors! Take them down!
think they're shooting at the horses. I'm gonna try and stir up their infantry so they'll push us. I don't really want to have to push into them because then that like texture glitch is just gonna be awful to look at. Oh, here's one of their lords. Got him. I think that was the guy that was controlled it. Look at that. Controlled the army. I'm just trying to kill some of their men so they'll charge me. And if that doesn't work, I can just move my... Oh no, here they are. Otherwise I could just move my archers up. You can see the fucking texture glitch in the distance. It's so stupid, this game is a fucking mess. Like, I've never seen that like glitch until today. But I guess this is what happens when you stream in a game that already performs poorly. Okay, they're probably gonna have reinforcements, so I'm gonna do this. Actually, hold on. They're just gonna get riddled as soon as they get close enough. Are they shooting? Okay, they're shooting. Alright, now they're starting to kill him. I think it was a... Oh wait, no. I was gonna say I thought it was a high level unit, but it's not. This lone guy just tried to... Let's see, they still have quite a lot of soldiers left. So we're just gonna move our soldiers there.
Archer! Move! Horse archers! Forward!
Seem to gravitate towards me. Oh, this guy's a cataphracт. They're the highest level horse unit in the game. Probably like the strongest unit in the game. They just have like really strong armor.
Arrow! Move out! One back horse! Onward! Bow! Wheel! Mounted archers! Ready this way!
This is kind of a ridiculous free-for-all right now. Oh, something that's interesting. That guy actually had a shield I recently learned about. It's a kite shield, but it has a buckle on it, which it doesn't do anything. Like it's like a metal, like basically like a circle in the middle of the shield. Like you can see on that guy's shield as well. Like right there in the middle. What that's supposed to be is like a protection for your hand. But you don't put your hand inside the shield there, on a, what's it called, a kite shield like that. So it actually doesn't make any sense. That's also why you'll see kite shields that don't have that. Because it's just like additional weight that really doesn't do anything. You can even see it in the way that he's holding it. Like his hand is not even in that buckle or whatever. Now the sound is glitching out. I swear, like some of the bugs I'm having today, like I've never had them before. Like that one. It's just monstrous. Now, I might actually die here. Oh, they actually had a horseman left. Dude. Why was he riding that horse? It was like a scout riding a war horse. That makes no sense. Oh, shit. I'm dead. Yep. So the weird thing that I really don't like is that if you go down in a battle like this, suddenly all the troops are like, oh, I guess we'll just randomly move around, following really weird like directions. Like, look at this. All of them are running this direction. Now they're running this direction. The troops they need to kill are right here. Like, what are they doing? You know, it's like really weird. And these are range units. For some reason, they switched to their fucking swords. Like, they're range units. Like, doesn't even make any fucking sense. And now some of them are getting killed because they're moving into melee range when they're fucking... all their skill lies in ranged. And these are still going range, like these units, so they're just slaughtering my men. Oh, and now you have the fucking glitchy mess here. I mean, we still won, but I just don't understand why your units suddenly disobey your orders as soon as you get taken down in combat. Because if you kill the enemy commander, nothing happens. So it's like really one-sided. Well, hopefully we'll get to execute some of their lords. That would be nice. Just like limit the amount of enemies I have on the field. Curion. Anyone else? Nope. How many did I lose? Oh. Something leveled up because now I can... Oh shit, did I advance my clan tier? You can see here it says bonuses, noble retinues, clan tier bonus, and quartermaster. So I actually get 2 bonuses from Idrun because she's the quartermaster and she's a noble retinue. And then I get quite a lot from clan tier. So I wonder if I just leveled up my clan tier because I now have like room for way more units. Oh, I can upgrade this guy to a Pusilati, I think. It's a horse archer. But I don't really like horse archers. Like, they're pretty good if you have a full group of them. But I don't really like that playstyle. Alright, we're just gonna... I guess take all of these over as well. And let's see, what units do we want? Oh, there's a cataphract. A how the fuck do you say that? Menevliaton? Menevliaton? It's a weird word. Brigands, we'll take those. Archers, of course. More archers. Heavy horsemen. Just seeing like what's actually worth taking here. Just based on their levels. Scout, we'll take that. And we'll take these. and I don't really want any of the other ones. Okay, so now I can actually show you how the execution works. So you click on the dude and then you execute prisoner. God, I thought the game was gonna crash. And then executing prisoner will negatively affect your reputation and decrease your relationship with that prisoner's faction and clan. This is really weird. It actually doesn't work like this. Instead, it decreases the reputation with anyone who's the same race as this guy. Really weird. And now there's like a long list of people that now hate. That's how it works. But, you know, other than decreasing reputation with people, it really doesn't change anything. You know, I've executed like 40 people, and this is as bad as it's gotten. Okay, what was I was gonna check? Let's see. Oh, yeah, clan tier. Nice. So I did rank that up. There's one more tier after this, but I don't know if 6 is the max. And you level it up with renown. Oh shit, I can have another companion, I think. I can. Nice. Okay. Well, that's good. I think I'm gonna probably end the stream here. Just because I've been having a lot of texture glitches and sound glitches and stuff like that. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. Plus, I'm probably gonna go make dinner soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll probably do more of these in the future. I haven't really been able to stream much lately because my mom has been working from home and it's kind of hard to, you know, have the what's the word I'm looking for? Have like the room to do this without any interference. So, anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.